Okay, so that means in order to prove question 10, that is to prove this, prove that ln x over x is less than or equal to 1 over e for all x greater than 0. Okay, so to prove this, so in order to prove this, first of all, I must come up with the function. I must come up with a function, correct? Like for example, in this exercise, review set 3b, question 3e, correct? The function given is this. Am I right? Yeah, the function given is this. So now, for this case, what is the function? Yeah, Avika? What is the function that we are talking about for this question?
Ln x over x.
So you want to prove this, correct? You must say fx equal to ln x over x. Okay. So after that, what should I do? Yeah. Adele, Ayman. What do you know about this one? What is this to you? Adele, Ayman.
Is it the range?
Yeah. Okay. The range of fx. I mean, I know that my fx is less than or equal to 1 over e. So how do you interpret this 1 over e? By saying the range, it doesn't help you to solve the problem. Am I right? So, Ade Aiman, so what should you say?
The function is always greater than 0.
The function is always greater than 0. Are you sure? The function is always less than 1 over e. Like for example, okay, if you can't, let me give you an example. Okay, for example, I have a gx function as a quadratic. Okay, this is negative x squared plus 5. So look, the graph will go in this way. Yeah. So the highest point is, the highest value for my gx is 5. So I would say my gx is less than or equal to 5. So what does that tell you?
Is it the maximum value?
Okay. So that means it's telling you the maximum value of fx is 1 over e. So if I know that, so what should I do? What should I do after I get my fx function?
Differentiate.
What should I do? Yes. Okay. Why must you differentiate?
Because the differentiate function is the gradient. So
Yes.
to know the maximum value, the gradient function must be equal to 0.
Yes, because at the maximum situation of a given function, the rate of change is 0. So the moment, so if you just tell me the range, it doesn't help you. But if you interpret it like that, if in your mind you have this, then you know already. Okay, I must find the derivative for this. So next step I will do is, so these are all your thinking now, all your thought. So next step, now you present your answer. So next step, I will find my f prime x. So I have to use quotient rule. Am I right? I have to use quotient rule. Am I right? Yeah. Do you know how to use quotient rule? I believe everyone by now you should know. So I'm not going to call you in anymore. So it will be V. This is your U, this is your V. Yeah. V, U prime, take away U, V prime. The whole thing over V squared. So I have 1 minus ln x over x squared. Because when we talk about maximum and minimum, this part in our mind is f prime x must be equal to 0 in order to know the maximum or minimum situation, because the rate of change at the maximum and minimum situation of a given function is 0, the rate. Okay, so now I have to, okay, Cindy, what should I do after I got the rate of change function?
Draw sign diagram.
Why must I, hey, Cindy, you haven't get the x one. So how to draw the sign diagram?
Wait.
So you must know the order, yeah. So what should I do? What should I do?
F prime x equals 0.
Yes, you are right. F prime x, you must equate equal to 0. Understand? Then you solve. So you solve. X squared times 0 is 0. Correct? So my ln x is equal to 1. Okay? So my x is equal to e to the power 1. So equal to e. Okay? Now only I draw the sign diagram. 0 onward. Must put dotted line, this is your x. So you put the e here. So how to determine the sign? You can use your graphic calculator to help you to determine the sign. Am I right? Hello, student? So here is a positive and here is a negative. So I make a conclusion. E 1 over E. Do you know how I get 1 over E? Esther? Esther, do you know how I get 1 over E? Esther, can you answer me?
E power of
Yeah, how Mr. get 1 over E here? I just want to know, to make sure everyone know how I get the 1 over E here.
I'm not sure, Miss.
Okay. If I say E 1 over E, 1 over E is the X coordinate or the Y coordinate?
Miss, what you say?
When we put a coordinate here, correct? E is the X coordinate, correct? Of the local maximum, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm asking, how do I get 1 over E? How I know that when the X coordinate is E, the Y coordinate is 1 over E? I'm just asking you like that. Is that Haoshen?
Yeah.
Haoshen, you answer me. Esther said she don't know. How I get this one? How I know here the Y coordinate must be 1 over E?
Because the fx function, is it?
Yeah, you are right. How Shen? My
Oh,
fx is ln x over x. So now I put my x as e. So this is ln e over e. Ln e is 1 over e.
yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know? You don't have to show this step. You can just straight away write like that. I will give you full mark also.
Oh,
Do you know that?
no, I don't know. But you say
So it doesn't mean that you have to show every single step. From now onward, you must know which is the important step. It doesn't mean that every step I will give you a mark. No. You are required to know. If you know the x coordinate and you want to find the y coordinate, you have to put into the function. That is what we expect you to know already. Like we don't expect, okay, just to show you. Like for example, I got 2x plus 5 equal to 8. You can straight away tell me x equal to 1.5. Go ahead. The rest of the step, you don't have to show. You can work in your mind. You see or not? You all still haven't jumped out from your high school and your secondary school thought. Okay, so is this enough? Is this enough for me to prove that that is the situation? Gladys, is that enough? If you look at the review 3B3, question 3, is that enough?
To do more explanation.
You have to do more. Yes, because this is a local. Correct? This is a local maximum. Yeah, it's a local maximum. So I have to prove it is a global. Then only can prove this. Am I right? Am I right? So how are you going to prove that it's a global maximum? Okay, can someone tell me how to prove that it's a global maximum? Someone is very active in class. That is what you should be. So you have to study. Because for this, our x is greater than 0. So we have to study this. As x tends toward infinity. Okay. So we have to study what happened as x become very, very big. Okay. Azif, what should I write next?
Ln x approach
infinity. Okay, good. Okay, now we got 2 infinity there, correct? And our fx is an infinity divided by another infinity. So now we have to make a decision. 1 and 2. Which infinity is bigger? Which infinity is bigger? Number 1 or number 2?
Number
number 1.
Number 1. So number 1 is bigger than number 2, correct? So we have, that means in our mind, we have big divide by very, very big. Am I right? So what were our fx approach to? Yes, the person I asked just now, who is that one? Azif, is it?
Approach 0.
Yeah, you are right. Just be as long as your thinking is right, you will be approach zero, and it is always positive, correct? So we have to write from above. So that means it's like that. We have the graph. Okay. So as you go, it will approach zero like that. Yeah. Okay. So now, but we have this end also, it cannot be zero. So my graph also will, this is infinity. Yeah. So now it approached zero from the left. So we have to study another direction. As x approach zero, because there is a limit here. There is a vertical asymptote. So we have to say approach. So approach zero from what direction? This is from the right, am I right? So approach zero from right. That means my x become very, very small and it almost equal to zero. So that means my x change from like that 0.1, then change to 0.01, change to 0.001, then keep going until it almost reaching zero. So that is the meaning of approach zero from the right. You get me? Okay, so x approach zero from the right. So what happened to ln x? Can someone tell me what happened to ln x? So what you can do is, you can use your calculator, your GC. You put in ln 0.01, ln 0.0001. So what will happen? What will happen to it? Yeah. Hao Xuan. Calculator. Don't think so hard. Hao Xuan, quick.
Ln 0.0001.
You just put in make it very, very small. Put as many zero as you want. Then you tell me, you imagine ln x will approach what?
Very, very small.
Very, very small. So is it a positive or a negative?
Negative.
So what should I put here?
Negative infinity.
Yeah, you are right.
Thank you, Miss.
So that is how we think. Do you get me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So we have to have our own thought. So now, what happened to my fx? Which is ln x over x. That means I have negative infinity divided by very, very small positive value. So you will approach, Kevin?
It will approach negative infinity.
Yeah, negative infinity. So that means for this case, so you will go like that, then it come down. Negative infinity. So from here, you see it never go up, correct? So then I can, so therefore, fx, fe equal to 1 over e is the global maximum. Okay, I prove. So therefore, my fx is always less than or equal to 1 over e. So therefore, ln x over x is less than or equal to 1 over e. Done. Proven. So you see, So, exam question, I'm very worried is, they give you a question like that 7 marks. So that means these are questions you really have to give a thought to it. Do you know or not? Last time when I taught SPM student, I taught additional maths for about 15 years. For about 15 years. So do you know or not? There is a question in a SPM long ago, 1990 something. One question, one sentence, 7 marks.
And then?
And then the shorter the questions, the more they have hidden information. So that means the person who want to answer that kind of question, you must really think a lot. You must be creative. You must know what is the function. You must know how to go about it. That's why just now when this question, they ask you to prove, correct? So I tell you, the first thing you must have the function. Do you know which is a function? And do you know what is this trying to tell you? If not, you won't be able to do this question one. Proving question is the hardest question because they didn't lead you. They didn't tell you find this, find that, find that. You prove this for me to see. Okay? Agree with me? Proving question is the hardest question to do. So, yeah, let's go to question 11. Okay, one of your friends asked question 11. 3C question 11. So, if I have proved question 10, do I need to do question 11? The person who asked, do I need to do question 11? Okay, so question 11 is easier than question 10. Why? Okay, who can tell me why question 11 is easier than question 10? Thaddeus, explain.
Because more information.
Yeah, because more information given. They got guide you already. They got asked you to find the local minimum already. So in order to prove for part B, you just need to study as approach to infinity and so on. Okay, so I will do this question for you. So you just have a look at it. Okay. So if any part that you are not sure of, you please stop me. Okay. So x minus ln x. So to show that y equal to fx has a local minimum. So what I need to do, I need to differentiate 1 minus 1 over x equal to 0. So you see, that is how my thought flow. So 1 equal to 1 over x. So x equal to 1. So when x equal to 1, y is equal to f1, 1 minus ln 1, which is 1 minus 0 equal to 1. So f prime x, I'm going to draw the sign diagram. By the way, because of the ln, your x must be greater than 0 also. So this is your x and this is your 1. So when x is less than 1, so 1 over x will be more than 1. So 1 minus more than 1, I will get negative, and this is a positive. So therefore, 1 is the local minimum. Is the only local minimum. Done. Okay. So now, in order to do part B, I have to also study as x approaches infinity. Ln x also approach infinity. There's 1 and 2. But I know the infinity for number 2 is less than the infinity for number 1. Am I right? Because you take the ln already. So therefore, my fx equal to x minus ln x will tend toward infinity. Yeah, because you will get a positive value. Get me? Hello? Abika, are you okay so far?
Yes, miss.
Okay, you know why, So, Avika, can you tell me what should I do next? Avika, what should I do next? So now I have my domain is here. So I've studied this. So what should I do? I've studied this direction. So what should I do? I have to study this direction also, correct? This, the first direction. So I have to study the second direction, correct? So how to write the second direction?
As x approaches negative infinity.
Hello? I have to stop here. I have to stop at 0.
Sorry, approaches 0.
Okay, as x approaches 0 from the left or from the right?
From the right.
Yeah, from right. Okay, so now, can you please tell me what happened to ln x? What happened to ln x? Yeah, Sarafina.
Negative infinity.
Yes, you are right. As just now we have mentioned, correct? So therefore, what happened to my fx, which is x minus ln x? Will approach?
Infinity.
Yes, because this is 0, take away negative infinity, correct? So you approach infinity. So you will go like that. This direction go like that. This direction go like that. So this is so therefore you prove, therefore 1, 1 is the global minimum. Hello? Am I right? So you have done that. So now I can say that therefore my fx is always greater than 1. So my fx is x minus ln x is always greater than 1. Yeah. So now I bring this term over, bring the 1 over, exchange place. So it becomes x minus 1 is greater than ln x. So therefore, ln x is equal, got equal sign, is less than or equal to x minus 1. Proven. Are you okay? Okay, so I've done with question 11. Okay, so any other questions? So that's all. Any other questions from exercise 3C? No? Okay.
I can't do question 9.
Question 9. Okay. You can't do question 9. Okay, let's have a look at question 9. Okay. So he said that has a maximum value of 1 when t equal to 2. Okay, so now from this information, can you tell me one of the point that lie on the curve of y equal to ft? Can you tell me the coordinate of one of the point that lie on the ft? Kavan, can you tell me one of coordinates? Coordinates means I want the x and the y. The x is 2. The y is?
Wait.
Has the maximum value. That means this is the
What?
y. So 1. So if the point, so that means from here I know that therefore point A 2, 1 lies on the curve. Ft equal to at e to the power bt squared. So what can I do with these two? What should I do with these two values in relate to here? So I straight away write F2 equal to 1. Am I right? Hao Shen, are you okay?
Yeah.
Because this is your y ma, and this is your x coordinate ma. They are related in this way. That is called a function. Hello? So Johan, can you, from this information, can you write an equation that relate to A and B?
Yeah.
A times
B. Wait.
A times what? What should the value of T be? Will be equal to 1. When y equal to 1, what is the value of T? When F2 equal to 1, what does that mean? That means the T must be 2.
So A times 2 to the plus E to the power of B 2 squared of 2.
Equal to 1, correct?
Yes.
So now I have 2A e to the power of 4B equal to 1. So now I have one equation. So you got 2 unknown. You must have 2 equations. Now one equation cannot solve.
You need the
So
other
what
one to sub into the equation.
So what should I do? I haven't used this information yet. Am I right?
The maximum value.
So what should I do? Nicholas. So what
Yes.
your mind? Come.
The second equation.
No. You just tell me, how are you going to make full use of this word maximum? And this one. I'm going to form a concept from there.
Ft is
Cannot ft because I have to sub my t in.
oh wait, y equals to wait, f2 equals to not
F2 equal to 1 is here already. I use already. Now I want to make use of the word maximum.
great, wait, smaller than or equal to.
No smaller than or equal to, Nicholas.
Okay.
You how to use this information of maximum? Okay, Thaddeus, tell me.
Find the f prime t.
So you just form an equation first.
Point equation.
So what should I write? F prime what? Equal to 0. Because maximum, because I know rate of change at maximum is 0, correct?
Yeah.
So that's why I put F prime something equal to 0. So what is the something that I have to fill in?
2.
2. Yes. So this will help you to form another equation. How do I know this? Is because of the word maximum. Because I know that rate of change at maximum is 0. And it happened at x equal to 2, t equal to 2. So now my next job is to find f prime t. So I put my f prime t. So I use the product rule. V u prime plus u v prime. Okay, take out a e to the power of bt squared, open bracket, 1 plus 2bt squared. So now I sub in 0 equal to a e to the power of 4b. I sub my t equal to 2. 1 plus 8b. All right, I sub the t equal to 2. So now I have second equation. So now I can start to solve. So now I'm going to solve from equation 2. Okay, a cannot be 0. E to the power of 4b cannot be 0. So therefore 1 plus 8b equal to 0. So b equal to -1/8. So then sub into equation 1. 2a e to the power of 4, your b is -1/8 equal to 1. So 2a e to the power of -½ equal to 1. So 2a over square root of e equal to 1. So from here, a equal to square root of e over 2. Done. See or not? You must know how to use all this information to form the equation and solve it. Any question? Hello? So that's why I say, how do you interpret the information given to you? I can think so much because the moment I say has maximum, when t equal to 2, I know already the rate of change when t equal to 2 is 0. So I need a rate of change function. Hello? So do you know how important is it? Miss Do always say, why must you find f prime x? What make you think of you must find f prime x? That is the reason. Are you okay? Hello? Okay. So you see, the shorter the question, a lot of information is hidden. Am I right?